You spoke about the lines between the physical world and the digital world blurring,
Yeah.
and also how the marketplace, the digital marketplace is to a large extent more sustainable. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that, and how do you see in, in terms of scenario planning and these mega trends that you've been referring, the business of Walmart vis-a-vis, eBay or any other big retailer, physical retailer?
Yeah. So two separate questions there. Let me try to take each in turn. One on consumer behavior. When I say the lines are blurring, think about this. Today, if you want to buy a new watch, tonight you might go online on your laptop and do all sorts of research and figure out which one you want. Maybe you go onto eBay, you find one, you say, I actually want to go try this on before I buy it. And so you come down to the jewelry store here, and you put it on, and you say, you know what, this is great, I'm touching it, I'm feeling it, and I just want to walk out with it. I'm paying a little bit more than I would online. You walk out with it. So you did the research online, and you bought it offline. Similarly, you could be standing in line at the Starbucks, and you got time, and you're on your iPhone, and you do a search online looking for something, and you find it. You go down the street to look at it, and you say, you know what? I see it online. It's a cheaper price. I'm just going to buy it through the iPhone app on eBay. Last use case is the one I talked about. You walk in. I was in Costco a couple of weeks ago, and I was stunned by the number of people that had their iPhones out taking pictures of items. And what they were doing is comparing the Costco price with the online price. So that's an experience that started offline, and in some cases will end online. And so that's when I say consumer behavior will blur between offline and online. In terms of eBay and Walmart, a very, very, very important distinction. eBay is not a retailer. We will never touch the items, manufacture the items. We enable trade. And we will never compete with our sellers. And so what we are in business to do is to enable small sellers and larger sellers, entrepreneurs and even bigger companies to sell and trade online. And so we don't have the skills to be a retailer. We couldn't begin to run a factory or a warehouse or a distribution center or manage a supply chain. We're a technology enabler that allows others to do that. In most cases, allows small entrepreneurs. And that's another part of I'm quite proud of. I didn't mention this earlier, that over 1 million people make their primary or secondary living on eBay. That's that we create opportunity for people. And an awful lot of the job creation these days is with small businesses and entrepreneurs, and we're enabling that for people all over the world, whether you're in New Hampshire or whether you live in downtown New York. So anyway, Walmart will be Walmart. We're gonna enable small entrepreneurs and small businesses to sell used and refurbished and secondary items into the world.
Yeah, I'm Nigel Croft from Hong Kong Quality Assurance Agency. When we choose to travel, we have the option to offset our carbon. As far as carbon footprint is concerned, how does that concept apply when we're shipping goods halfway across the world, when maybe we have similar goods at a similar price locally? Any plans to increase awareness about the carbon associated with the particular purchases?
Yeah, you know, we've looked at that, tested that with our community about the when you pay, instead of donating $1 to breast cancer, do you donate $1 to offset some of the carbon that gets produced by this transaction? I would say two things. One, we've looked at what our business model or supply chain does do and tried to make that as responsible as possible. So for instance, we've worked with the US Post Office and created the first cradle-to-grave packaging material. So all eBay boxes and packaging is cradle-to-grave compliant. And we were the first to do that, and the Post Office has been a wonderful partner in that. Secondly, by adopting the Post Office, who's going to the homes every day already, both, and the post office will pick up from eBay sellers from your home and deliver. So we're not creating a new, it's the same route they're doing every day, right? It's not a separate truck coming to a separate place. And so we're trying to, wherever possible, have a mindset of sustainability on that. With respect to price transparency, eBay is the most price transparent marketplace in the world. So it does exactly what you said. No, believe me, no one buys something from overseas when they can get it more cheaply here. And the way our marketplace works is, by its very definition, it highlights, it puts transparency in pricing. And the auction format is the ultimate manifestation of that. So I think we've actually helped, people find the best place to buy it and guide them to that, whether that's close or far.